everyone, and welcome back to Money Harvest Institute's financial series on prosperity thinking. And we're on session number 2. And today we're going to talk more about your decision-making skills and how we make decisions and how we can change to make healthier decisions for ourselves. As well, we'll include the first prosperity thinking principle. So let's start with having you think back about where you first learned about money and money management. It probably was from your family, your parents. It might have been from a religious organization. It might have been from your peers and your friends. And then as we grow older and we start working, we learn a little bit more about money and money management, don't we? So what were some of your first thoughts about money? What can you remember? Were you told that you didn't have enough? Were you told that you should save all your money and not spend it, not be frivolous with your money? What kind of emotions did you have around that? Did you feel happy about money? Did you have some fear, some anger? Did you wonder if you were doing it right? Or were you told that you manage money well? Again, a lot of us have a lot of emotion around money. So I want you to think about what you first learned about money, and if that's really true, as well as any fears that you may have around money. We want our 12 prosperity thinking principles to address some of those issues for you. So now we're going to look at how we first think about money and then how we behave with it. But there's a step in between, and it's our emotions. We know that, first of all, we have a thought about money or a thought about any situation in our life. And then we have an emotion that's attached to that. Emotions are actually very motivating. If we have happy emotions about what we're thinking and doing, then of course we want to continue to do that. So we become aware of our thinking, and then our emotion, and then our behavior. Now, if our behavior is giving us a happy outcome, then we continue to do that. But if our behavior is giving us some stress or some pain, and in this case around our money management and maybe how much money we do or don't have at the end of the month, then we want to start to think about how we can change so that we don't have those painful experiences. So you can see that it's your thought, then your emotion, and then your action. And something needs to change. There's a saying that nothing changes if nothing changes. Think about that again. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So as you start to make any change, of course the first change being in your thinking, then you know that you're going to have some different behavior. There's also an old wisdom that says that what we focus on expands in our life. So if we're focusing on that things aren't going well with money and the oh poor me, then we may just perhaps get more and more of that. So think about focusing on some positive ways that you can change your money management. So then you can change your mind and change your life. So as we start to practice those changes and those steps that are going to make a difference in our money management and our lives, they become more automatic choices. Then that the pattern then becomes more positive for ourselves so that we truly are beginning to change our minds and change our lives. So let's go into our first prosperity thinking principle. And it is that I care enough about myself and my family to act responsibly with my money. Now, of course, if I asked any of you, do you care enough about it? You would probably all say, well, sure I do. But my question is, are you really acting like it? So, what are some of the behaviors that would show that you care enough? Well, you'd probably make a good plan for your money, how it's going to be spent. And then you're going to monitor that money flow. Again, it's about being mindful and paying attention. You're going to track your debts. And you're going to set priorities and goals that you feel you can really meet. And in doing all of this, you will become much more dependable to yourself as well as other people. So the first step that I ask you to think about is about caring enough about yourself to act responsibly with your money management. This is going to wrap up this second session. And again, I invite you to join me again to investigate actually the rest of the 12 prosperity thinking principles. So until next time, continue to take those nice, slow, deep breaths that we talked about in our first session. And I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.